What's good, everybody? AceofAllTrades here with the Gaming Illuminaughty. We are back for yet another Triple Threat Sports podcast. Appreciate you guys for coming through. Shout out to all you guys currently over on all the podcast platforms. And shout out to you guys in YouTube watching, guys. Appreciate the comments and all the dialogue you guys are giving us. We're back with another Triple Threat Sports podcast. But before we get into the sports news, got to introduce the co-host. First co-host, SiggyGuns. Say what up.
What up?
Next. Finally, but not last, for sure, the homie UTXJGTheDon. Say what up, JG.
Say that again. What did you say? Finally, but not last?
Nope, don't need to say it because I'm not gonna repeat myself. So Let's go ahead and get into the news. I'm gonna just do this something real quick. We typically talk about UFC and everything like that, but we haven't talked about this guy in particular for a minute, actually. Conor McGregor ends up getting arrested. And now it's been developed that he's going to be getting sued too by the individual's phone that he stole and smashed. Siggy, what do you think about this with Conor McGregor?
I know because it's Conor McGregor, everybody's going to be on his ass about it. But this has always been a problem when it comes to fan interaction and then people just trying to enjoy themselves. You know what I mean? Like just on vacation, shit like that. I've always sided, I think, with a lot of them ever since the Princess Diana thing with the paparazzi and making her crash and shit. I kind of have like a soft spot for them when it comes to privacy and shit like that because, I mean, who wants to just get bugged 24/7?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's different whenever you're in the arena or whenever you're at the event. You know, people are paying for it, so you kind of have more of a obligation, I guess, to try to be nice and stuff like that. But whenever you're out in public, yeah, if you see somebody, you can say hi, what's up, or I'm a fan. That's fine. But then when you start demanding shit or just filming them,
you need to be respectful.
It's just kind of weird. And it's not just fans. I think TMZ falls in that. I think a lot of them kind of go overboard a little bit, but.
Yeah, no, completely understandable. I mean, being an athlete and everything like that, or quote unquote a celebrity, of course, they're people just like us. So they deal with a lot of people around them all the time. And definitely, no matter if you're a celebrity or not, they're a person. Be respectful. Yeah. If you ask them and say, hey, I don't necessarily want to take a picture with you, I'm sorry, and then they just go on the way, that's cool. But if someone's just in your face and everything like that, I'm not necessarily mad at them for taking your phone or whatever like that, and just say flat out no. I mean, I think he was aggressive, and he was actually, he was charged. He was taken to the Miami Dade County Jail, and he was charged with strong armed robbery and a misdemeanor criminal mischief. So that is so that was the actual charge itself. What do you think, JG?
I mean, big yikes on that charge. I actually just watched the video of him taking the phone and stomping on it, because you definitely heard it. Like, there's no possible way that like he's gonna get out of that one. But I mean, I do agree with Siggy with what he said. But if this really went down like in the manner of like how the dude described it, he said he was just trying to take a picture. We don't know like how obnoxious he might have been, like if he was like in his face like this, or if he was like further back just trying to snap a pic. But he said that Conor McGregor like tried to come in to like get a handshake. He did like he took his phone and stomped it. So that's pretty crazy. But the actual charges, like what they are, that's pretty hilarious. Strong arm robbery, like damn, it makes it seem like he robbed a bank or something, or like robbed a convenience store. but he just took his phone out of his hand, allegedly. So, I mean, this is just another situation where, I mean, Conor McGregor is just in some stuff, man. I mean, I'm not going to say that like he deserves it, but I think that. Did he
knock him out or anything? Did he actually get physical with the guy at all, or just the phone?
I mean, he got physical.
He just.
Taking it, he got physical. That's the only physical altercation was from taking the phone. That was it.
Yeah, he just took it. Yeah.
So I mean, all right, I want to go back to this real quick. If me and you got in a fight or just yelling at each other, and I take your phone and smash it, that's actually, I go to jail for that. I mean, that just seems
apparently
extreme.
Well, maybe because he's a professional fighter, and the fact that he got aggressive and put his hands on the person, that's probably what it is.
His first,
exactly
showdown with the cops.
man,
So I
it
think
just
that that's the case, but
it just
I'm,
feels so extreme. You know what I mean? Like
it does.
like you
It does.
see a reporters always getting shit where people kind of get in their faces or throw the camera around, and I never
Oh,
heard
they're
them say,
worse.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and get you arrested right now. I never heard of it to where they actually do something to the point of that. You know what I mean?
They just
Don't
get
threaten
upset and
them. Yeah, they
then
just, oh, I'm gonna sue you. Oh, I got this on
yeah,
camera.
but
But I
they'll
never
never
see
do
them
it.
say, I never see them say, oh, call the cops. Let's get them arrested right now. And that's pretty much what happened in this case.
Right.
Right.
Now, I just feel like in Connor's case, it's the fact that this isn't his first incident. This isn't his first rodeo with the cops, and the fact that this is just the energy that he's giving off, and I feel like people just, I feel like they're going to continue to like try him now, because again, I don't know exactly like what happened with the guy. I wish, if video cameras were around 24/7, then we could see, exactly how he was trying to take the picture of Connor. He might have like got in his face and like tried to be buddy with him. You never know, because everybody's trying to get a selfie, with their favorite person. So it could have been that. He could have been, too aggressive, and then, Connor was like, hey, you trying to do this, so let me come in for a headshot and get it. I'm gonna take your phone so you can't get anything. So how about that? But it just sucks. It just, I think the worst thing about this is just really what he's being charged with, because that seems extra. It seems very extra, but hey, man, it is what it is. So, geez, another strike for Connor.
Strong arm robbery, fam, and with a misdemeanor criminal mischief, fam. That's wild. And we're going to talk about NBA later, but I definitely do think this is kind of a good segue of going into when it comes to fan interactions. Russell Westbrook had his incident with the Utah Jazz arena with a fan, pretty much, and I quote, told him to get on his knees like he used to.
Like you're used to.
Like you're used to, which can be taken multiple ways. And when it comes to fan altercations, and when it comes to when you're in the arena and everything like that, like there's hecklers and everything like that, you might get all the time, but Russell Westbrook responded, and he said, and he was aggressive towards the guy, but he also was aggressive to the guy's wife, and I think that's kind of when he overstepped the boundaries. Like, I get it, I know he's frustrated, but if he would have just said something about the guy, then I would have been 100% with him, and I agree he had every right to say something. But I think when he said something about his wife, the dude's wife, that was taken a little bit too far. Now, JG, I'll go with you first. What did you think about this altercation? And I would like to let you guys know that the Utah Jazz has permanently banned the individual in this incident.
In this particular situation, I'll talk about this one, then I'll talk about overall. In this particular situation, I do agree that when you mention his wife, who allegedly didn't say anything, then that was going too far. If she truly did not say anything, if she was just there being a bystander, just being with her man, then that was kind of messed up, because he said like, I'll fuck you up, and your wife.
Yeah.
So, like, damn, that she didn't deserve that. If she truly didn't say anything, if she wasn't joining along with her man, then so be it. Then she didn't deserve any of that. You shouldn't have added her in that. But at the same time, that dude should not have said anything. I don't care what he said. If he did truly say the phrase that Russell said he said, it's still messed up at the end of the day. You're talking about ice his knees and all of that stuff. But that's what he said. He just said, just told him to ice his knees. And then Russell was like, oh, it's heat. And then you were like, oh, okay. And then apparently that's how it ended up escalating from there. Dude is in the wrong. The fan is in the wrong 100%. I do not agree whatsoever with the whole heckling thing, because people do get extra. You never know like what will trip somebody off. It doesn't matter what sport that it is. Now, while what he said, even what Russell said that the dude said, if he did say that, I don't think that's necessarily racist, but it's still a messed up thing to say. And Russell has been getting heckled a lot over the past few years. That's where we got all these memes from. Like everybody, everybody just for some reason wants to mess with Russell Westbrook. And literally, they pulled up a previous case when he was in Utah, and dude ran on the court and was messing with him, and he pushed him off. Like, again, that's one situation. The last situation with the kid just touching him for no reason, he turned around like,
But he was a dad. He was more of a dad on that one, and I 100% support the how he did it and telling him the kid that he was wrong for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He handled that with class, and again, that's because as a kid he didn't know any better, but he was still like, what's going on.
You need you need to tell your son not to do that. That's not okay.
Yeah, why you not taking your son? So again, it's just crazy. I don't know why people just want to choose Russell as a target. I feel like
they want him to be the bad guy.
As far as the NBA is concerned, I mean, he's probably like the number one person who keep getting messed with as far as fans. Maybe LeBron. Actually, I'll take that back. But LeBron has his moment, but it's nothing like Russell. But LeBron probably gets told like some crazy stuff. But all in all, in general, like these fans in any sport, they need to chill because that stuff isn't cool. Like I mentioned before, you never know what'll tick somebody off and what won't. We've seen plenty of these situations. I mean, who remembers the Malice in the Palace? Like everybody, when they talk about those situations, that was like one of the craziest scenes in any sport I've ever seen. Literally last year in football, Leonard Fournette, was fighting people. I'm like, it was talking stuff about me. It's been crazy.
It's wild, bro.
It's been really crazy in sports, and again, like these fans feel entitled, and if they sit close, if you're sitting of course, like you feeling really entitled, you like, oh, I'm right here, I can say whatever, they're gonna hear me, and I'm gonna
be heard.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw them out, and these fans think that they're entitled because they believe that they are directly putting the money in these players' pockets, which is not the case. You are not directly paying the players; it's the actual owners that are paying the players. That's why they have these taxes and stuff. That's why they have the salary cap, because they're trying to get their stuff together. So that's not you. Your job is to go there and just chill out, be a fan. Whether your team wins or loses, it's cool. It's okay. Try to enjoy it as much as you can. I understand if your team loses, then you're gonna be feeling some type of way, but that still does not give you the right to just call people out of their names and say whatever the hell you want to. Yeah, bro. Exactly. Because they were going in, going after people's
going after his house.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, this fandom stuff, it's really, really crazy because there are definitely levels to this. Obviously, like, I'm a hardcore sports fan, period, but I will never ever go to those links. I will never ever try to egg somebody on or troll them or whatever, and try to get a reaction out of people
because you have sense.
Cool. Exactly.
You have sense at home training.
Yeah, and a lot of these people don't have sense and they're entitled. So in general, it's messed up either way. I don't care what the dude said. He should have shut up and just watched the game. If you were a hardcore Jazz fan, well, you can't go to the arena no more. So enjoy watching them from at home.
Shit, he can't even go to any events or anything like that. Fuck basketball.
He can't go anywhere in the arena, period.
Yeah, he can't step foot on the premise. It's a wrap. He got 86. He's done. Like, he is done. Siggy, any other comments?
Yeah, I like, that's why I was asking you about what exactly he said, because whenever I first heard it, I don't think he meant it the way Russell described it. Yeah, the way he took it. Because there's no way, I never would have thought that. Right when I heard it, I mean, I know today that's still bad, no matter what, because, everybody has this, everybody's going for the past tweets and everything lately when it comes to things. And that right now is also one of the things you can't say, it's one of those words where it's like, oh no, even if you meant this, it's, just as bad as anything else. Yeah, but I think whenever that came out and Russ said that it was, that it was racially motivated, then you saw a whole bunch of stuff happen on Twitter where they were bringing up old tweets that wouldn't being fake, and it's like they really had it for this guy because of it, and that's the part where I was kind of trying to sift through. Is like, well, what exactly was said? Because if it was just this, I can understand why somebody would be mad about it, but not Russell, because obviously he should be comfortable with his skin. You know what I mean? But if he took it that way, then I can see though why everybody on Twitter would be reacting the way they did. Because if it was that, then everybody, rightly so, should be all over his ass about it. But I don't know if it was a case of more like, mistaken context or anything like that, and it just blew up. But I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. The team already made the decision, and he was wrong for even trying to mess with him in the first place. And even if it's right or wrong, and that's just a lesson. I wish, if this guy was filming Russ, who was filming anything else with all these cameras around? I wish I could see everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, how is it that we always miss like the key parts? We talked about the Malice in the Palace, man. There was videos everywhere.
Oh yeah, people were recording everything.
I was staying up for hours watching every angle you saw Jermaine O'Neal come across. I mean, there was video everywhere, but yet here's the situation where Russ is, or if a guy is really talking all this shit, you would think somebody would be filming it. And I wished it was caught like, during it instead. But maybe they're trying to sell it to TMZ. Who knows? But no, yeah, I mean, I can agree. I can agree with the ban. I think the lifetime is kind of extreme. But then again, if you look at what happened with the Knicks guy, he got a ban for life too.
See, now I was about to bring that up, and matter of fact, that's a great segue. James Dolan is trash for that. All he said, all the fans said was, "Hey, you need to sell the team." That's it. The Knicks fans are disgusted with where the New York Knicks are, and they are trying to get to a great place. And I think James Dolan is trash for banning the fan for simply saying, "Hey, sell the team." He got a lifetime ban for saying sell the team. That shit is extreme. Now that's a situation where that guy just has too much power. He's had. I mean, it's already been recorded from other media outlets, from sports media outlets, to fans, to New York Knicks, just in general, that have said James Dolan should sell the team. He should not be owner. Yeah, exactly. That's trash. Yo, Siggy, how would you feel if you told this man legit was saying, "Hey, I think you should sell the team," and he banned you? How would that? You being a Knicks fan, how would that make you feel?
Now, I don't agree with him banning. Now, I was talking to, I forget who it was when I think I was streaming. Maybe it might have been No Matter Somewhere Trey. If you own the team though, and somebody did say that to you, and you were there, right? Like if I was being put in his situation, I would tend to flex, well, enjoy the game, the rest of the game at home or something like that. I would kick him out of the stadium because that would just be my, my temperament. Oh, you're funny. You got jokes. All right, well, here's a bigger joke. You're out of here. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't ban him for life.
That's what I'm saying. For life, Madison Square Garden, that man cannot go to a Knicks game at all.
I wouldn't do it for life. I wouldn't do it for life. If the guy would, even if he was trolling, if he thought he was funny, and I would have been though. I really would have been. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, laugh outside. But.
That's wild. What do you think?
No, yeah, he definitely took it extreme by banning him for life. That should have been more of a situation where it's like, okay, it's said and done. I apologize to the fan for kicking him out or whatever, and then that's it.
What do you think, JG? What are your thoughts about this?
I mean, it's a huge difference getting banned from whatever the Jazz Arena is called and getting banned from MSG. Getting banned from MSG, that's tough, bro.
That shit is wild.
That's a big one because there's a lot of stuff that goes on there. MSG is definitely not only the Knicks, so ooh boy. I mean, like I've been saying, James Dolan, like the whole sell the team thing, that's a meme now. I'm sure he probably hears that every day, or sees it every day if he has like social media or whatever. I'm sure people are just screaming that because I mean, there's no way that that as a loyal Knicks fan, after all these years of you all doing terrible, that you wouldn't be feeling some type of way about your team. And he said, on record, because I'm pretty sure, who was the last person? I think it was actually Stephen A. Smith. Talked to James Dolan and he asked him these questions, and he was trying to avoid it and try to answer it in a roundabout way about selling the team. But I mean, Stephen A. Smith is one of the biggest Knicks fans there are, and that he was really loving it and trying to get something out of him because I'm sure he feels the same way. Are you gonna ban Stephen A. Smith, or would you ban Spike if he said it? I'm sure Spike has been thinking it too. Spike is an even bigger fan than Stephen A. Smith.
Absolutely. I mean, let's think about it. Charles Oakley situation, a former Knick, being Knicks legend.
He had beef with him too.
Had beef with him. Charles Oakley now is saying, "Hey,
he tried to ban him for life also."
Yeah, exactly. They don't know how. He doesn't know how to treat Knicks legends. Like what? Like now you do this to a fan? This doesn't surprise me. This is wild.
Like you're the problem, right? Like James Dolan is clearly the problem. He does not know how to behave. I'm sure he's way tired of hearing this, and when he heard that from that random fan, he just snapped.
He was arrested.
He just snapped. Yeah,
he did it once. He did it smiling though too. So I thought it was a joke at first. Whenever he was, the whole thing, because he was smiling when he was saying all this shit. That's what's funny about it.
He's drunk with power, bro. He was serious. He was dead ass.
Yeah.
The fan was like, "It's an opinion."
Yeah, that's funny
It's
too.
just an opinion. So that's crazy, man. James Dolan was obviously just having a bad night, and he took it out on that fan. So man, it just sucks. It really sucks for him, man, because that's MSG, bro. This is in New York.
Yeah, that's just
man,
wild.
That's a Manhattan, bro. Like, ooh, that's real tough. So
That's
sorry,
tough.
sorry for that guy.
Now, if it was you, though, would you have done it to just ban him that day?
I just would have banned him that day if I felt like it. But me being me, if I was in James Dolan's shoes, man, oof, it's really tough to say like what I would do if I was in his shoes. But if I was me at this point, like if I owned the Knicks, yeah, I wouldn't have banned him at all. I wouldn't even say nothing. I would have laughed and kept him moving.
Right. Even though he knows it's true though. That's why he got mad. He knows it's true.
Yeah, that's right. He does know it is true.
Yeah, but he's the owner. I mean, it's not like he's gonna. Oh yeah, you're right. Let me sell the team. You know what I mean? Exactly. It's not like you're not gonna do that.
Yeah. You're gonna keep
if you feel it's right, you're gonna keep the Knicks.
I mean,
who's gonna give up the franchise that's worth every year like $5 billion? It goes up every year. It's like number 1 or 2.
Of course, because I mean, because it's in one of the highest paid markets ever.
I know, so that's what I'm saying though. That's
biggest city. So
that's what I'm saying. You're not gonna sell just because some random fan in the nosebleed section tells you to sell it. You know what I mean? So
exactly, like keep your team, bro. Like even if you trigger, just keep it moving, James Dolan. Like this is just not good behavior. It started with Charles Oakley, now it's trickling down to the fans. So who you gonna ban next? I would love to see.
Right. Next.
Bro, that shit would be wild.
Bro.
That shit would be wild.
Bro. He gonna get Spike.
Nah, bro. If they do Spike like that, or if they do Stephen A. Smith like that, then people are gonna be highly upset.
Oh, people got a boycott at that point.
Yeah, at that point. I mean, you know how much money that man Spike Lee has put into the Knicks organization, just trying being a fan and everything like that. I mean, this man is so invested in getting Zion there that he was at the game with UNC and Duke because he wanted to be, bruh. Low key, I think Spike is trying to recruit him on the side, man. They're like, yo, come on to the Knicks and everything like that.
He's doing the Jesus Shuttleworth.
Yeah, like
he got game.
Yeah,
that's his movie. He's like, hey, I know real connects.
Like it's wild, bro.
You can stay way over to the college stuff now.
Right, and talking about NBA stuff, let's just continue to move forward with it. So Jeannie Buss has been in the news. Actually, NBA NBC Sports actually broke this news. Apparently, there was a rumor going around that Jeannie Buss wanted to actually get rid of LeBron James because she was upset with Rich Paul. I read over it and I was like, wait, what? I mean, you know, LeBron has been in the news, especially more than ever with the Lakers organization, and then everybody on the Lakers getting hurt, and then the controversy within the with everything with Anthony Davis, and then split between the veterans and the younger guys, and then LeBron and the rest of the team, then Rondo sitting on the opposite side of the bench and everybody. So obviously Magic, the owners of the and the owners of the Lakers have been really getting a lot, so I can understand, but getting rid of LeBron because of Rich Paul, that's wild. I mean, JG, what are your thoughts about this, man? Would you get rid of LeBron because of Rich Paul? Like, what?
I mean, I don't think that this is true, but this is a very interesting rumor that came about. But,
exactly.
You know, rumors are rumors, but it's like y'all just got that man. So I understand that this year, you know, everybody is frustrated because I mean the man is in LA, he's wearing the purple and gold. Like everybody is just expecting him to win everything. But this is a process. Unfortunately, you have the best basketball player right now, but it's a process. Everybody was expecting them to make the playoffs, including me, and now it looks like it's not going to happen. And again, it sucks. Everybody is sad. But like, I feel like this is just extreme, and for it to be over Rich Paul allegedly, like that's even worse. Like I don't understand. I know that Rich Paul hasn't been getting the best rap because of the whole LeBron James Anthony Davis situation, but for him to be the reason why you would want to trade LeBron, that just sounds ludicrous to me. So
right.
I really don't know.
I don't know how. I don't know if that's a stretch because didn't the Cavs back then? Didn't they hate when it's Paul, Maverick Carter, all of his posse pretty much? Remember they got what's his name called the posse, and he got mad about that.
The posse, yeah,
I
remember that.
And I actually think that there could be some truth to this rumor because Jeannie was with Phil Jackson, for a long time. and
Yeah.
it was Phil that had a problem with that whole circle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
So
I remember that.
She could be harboring some feelings, and this whole thing that came about is like, look, we already told you here's the core that you're with, and now all of a sudden you're demanding Magic to pretty much get rid of everybody to bring somebody here for LeBron. This is our team, you know what I mean? You're not the one running the show, and I can see some truth to it, because it almost sounds like that does happen. Because why all of a sudden did all the players have that meeting where they do talking about LeBron or whatever it was, that rumor, or why did their names all of a sudden surface? I mean, there's somebody was saying something. I mean, rumors come from somewhere, right? Or at least where there's smoke, there's some fire, whatever that saying goes. So I can see Jeannie, because she don't say anything. I mean, if Jeannie all of a sudden decides to say something, that means there's something going on for real. I don't think they will trade him, no way, because I mean, shit, they already.
It's LeBron James, but we talked about this last year when we knew that it was confirmed that he was going to be there. It was going to be a process. I mean, it's a process. It's a process with anything. I'm shocked about the playoffs.
It is shocking that they're not making the playoffs. I think the thing is, everybody had the expectation they were going to be a 3 or a 2 seed, etc. And me and JJ, I think all of us, I think we all said, this team on paper is a 5 to 8 at best.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I didn't think there would be 8. I thought there would be 6, somewhere around there. But it is shocking that they were not even gonna make it. I mean, there's no beating around the bush there. I didn't think that. Especially looking at some of the teams that did make it last year, I didn't think that they improved enough like the Lakers did. But even though that's the process, why then all of us? Because everybody had this mentality where if LeBron leaves to Cleveland, he's going to a team with better talent, right? Because everybody said that he had no help in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. So everybody was saying, oh, well, they got Lonzo, they got Ingram, they got hurt. But I'm just saying, though, they have all these players, and then all of a sudden, you want to trade the whole core, that the whole reason why he went to the Lakers, at least that's what everybody said he went to the Lakers for. Now you want to get rid of them just for one guy? That has to be a slap to the face of the Lakers organization.
I mean, of course, absolutely. I mean, and that's why it caused the rift, and that's why you got players like Lonzo. I mean, of course, he's acknowledged it. He said, look, with this injury, it's unfortunate because he got injured, and we didn't play the last 8 games of the season last year. He got injured again. Was like, look, I'm just trying to get back, but I mean, if I ended up getting traded, I mean, what it is, it's business. I got to be ready to go when I'm going. So it's already a lot of the players have already gotten to the point of like, damn, as great as it is, being a Laker or playing with LeBron and everything like that, they feel some type of way about being traded for one person. I mean, it's one thing about being business, but it's kind of hard to be on a team with somebody that really high key wants you gone. Like,
that was a meme right away when that trade first happened. Yeah. We were sharing memes left and right, and one of the ones we saw from the beginning is like, I can't wait to trade this whole roster.
Yeah,
that was like, that was a known fact that was something that everybody was joking about, and then when it really happened, it's kind of like, oh damn, it's like, you really are gonna do this for real?
Right. It's wild. It's a wild situation.
This other article I was looking at, which doesn't say that it was a rumor, so it just says report, so I don't know if this was confirmed or not, but they were saying that Jeannie Buss was initially upset because Rich Paul was the one who allegedly leaked the trade rumors, not
So they actually leaked the rosters of who was the one that was going to leave.
Yeah, so they were saying that Rich Paul, was the one who leaked the Lakers' interest in trying to shop for Anthony Davis.
But you know what was funny about that though is because Magic was blaming the Hornets for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Magic's been doing a lot of bullshit, by the way.
And now all of a sudden it's Rich Paul. So like I said, it's a mess.
It's a mess in LA.
And then he said that Jeannie Buss was contemplating trading LeBron over that because she was mad at Rich Paul for doing that. And then it said that Rich Paul found out about that and then called Jeannie to clear the air about it. And then weeks later, Jeannie Buss blamed the media for leaking it.
So they changing stories now, huh?
Yeah, so if this is true, if it's no longer a rumor, then I stand corrected. Then she was really mad at Rich Paul because apparently he was the one who leaked it.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
So it's interesting now.
It is.
So now let's go to the original question. Would you trade him at this point?
No.
You're stupid as fuck if you do that. Absolutely not.
Now, if you
get trade value, I mean, You wouldn't. I mean,
No.
What
No.
kind of haul would like if Anthony Davis was getting all that? Can you imagine what LeBron would get? I mean, we saw what LeBron got in our fantasy league.
Yeah, but I still
I
wouldn't.
mean, yeah, if the Lakers are stupid, then yeah. We thought that they were stupid
dumb.
in the first place.
But all right, but look, you got LeBron James, you're not making the playoffs. So I guess the real.
But it's not
question
just LeBron James that because the fact they're not making the playoffs.
I understand that, but in the end, how many years do you have left of him?
3.
How many years do you think LeBron really has in the tank?
3. I think after his 4th year, I think if he doesn't go like 1 year and the Cleveland to retire a Cavalier, I think he's done. I mean, he's aiming for when Bronny gets into quote unquote possibly gets into the league. But I think after about 3 or 4 years, he'll be done. I think so.
See, and the only reason why I ask this is because unlike Cleveland, unlike even Miami, I would say the Lakers never need help when it comes to a star player to for marketing and stuff like that.
It's LA.
It's LA, exactly. They're gonna have the glitz. It's like the Knicks. The Knicks have been irrelevant as far as a team's concerned, but value they've always been there because in the end it's still New York. You know what I mean? There's always going to be interest. There's always going to be a Spike Lee or celebrities in the stands and people paying good money to watch them lose in the end. Yeah. So I think that question is being brought up a lot now because if they have LeBron and they still didn't make the playoffs, then what's the point of having him at this point? I mean, if you can get good value.
I mean, we're gonna see, like, at this point right now. We're going over the conference standings right now. You got the Warriors, which is 46-21 right now. The Lakers are currently sitting at 31 and 37. The last 10 games they are 2-8, and the 8th spot right now in the Western Conference Finals is actually the Clippers at 39 and 30. So right now they're behind 8 games. So with that being said, it doesn't look like they're making the playoffs. For sure.
Not making the playoffs. Yeah, how many games are left? There's only like 8 games left too, right?
8 or 9 games left. So so
it's impossible statistically.
Yeah, so it's impossible.
Unless every other team loses all their games.
Nope.
All the rest of their games.
Yep. Unless
the Clippers aren't going to do.
They're not going to do. Hey, man, I got to give it to the Clippers. I mean, they're LA's team still, even when they got King LeBron James on the Lakers. I mean, obviously they're doing something better on the Clippers than they are with the Lakers. And the Lakers have been plagued with injuries and everything along those lines. There have been glimpses of great things and everything. Nobody, a sensible NBA fan and Laker fan would know for a fact that it would be a process to get the Lakers back to their former glory. I believe this will be the 6th year in a row that we have not made the playoffs. Back when we were on our championship stint, we only missed getting out of the playoffs maybe once or twice. I could be off, so don't quote me. But now this is the 6th time in a row we're not making the playoffs. This is ridiculous. And I
get LeBron now. That has to hurt. I mean, that no matter how
it hurts. I bet you it hurts LeBron more than it hurts the Lakers organization. To be real with you, and they've taken Cleveland, the Cavaliers, to the playoffs. But once again,
and with all them hurt too.
well, once again, this comes back into the fact that what we've always discussed and we've already said: the Western Conference is better than the Eastern Conference. It's more competitive. Yeah, it is.
Man, this was the weakest that you would think it was because the all of a sudden the Spurs aren't the same. You know what I mean? Like all the teams that
the Spurs right now are in 6th, and that's wild.
But they got rid of Kiwi. Harden started off so bad. Everybody thought that this was the year that at least the Lakers can make the playoffs because
the teams
Kiwi? He said Kiwi. He definitely said Kiwi.
Yeah, okay, Kiwi Leonard. Yeah, Kawhi. That's his nickname in San Antonio.
Kiwi, man. That's funny.
You never heard of it?
No.
Yeah, that's what they call him. That's what they call him, Kiwi. Down here in Texas, we call him Kiwi.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
You can type it in, look it up in Google.
I don't doubt you, Siggy. I'm
not doubting you.
But it's just
I've heard of
it. But it's just
you don't
wild.
have to say Kawhi every time.
I got
his nickname Kiwi.
It's just wild. But yeah, that hurts. It just hurts. It sucks, but we can spend hours talking about that. We'll just go ahead and move on. Right now, the Western Conference, the Warriors are number 1, the Nuggets are number 2 with 44 and 22, and the Rockets are 42 and 26. And the Rockets weren't doing that well at the beginning of the season, and look where they're at. And and then right now, trailing in last place is the Suns with 16-53. And once we lost to the Suns, I'm gonna be real with you, I gave up on the season because that shit hurt. And shout out to D-Man, but I'm not talking to D-Man because he is a Suns fan and he talked shit afterwards, and I could not say anything because of it. That shit hurt. And if we go to the Eastern Conference, you got the Bucks at 51-17 right now. At number 1, you got the Raptors at 40, or number 2 at 49-20. You got the Pacers at 44-25, and then right behind them, 4th and 5th, at 76ers at 43 wins, and the Celtics at 42. So it's between the 3rd and 5th place is pretty close. Then after that, you have the Nets, which is at 36-34, and then it drops so on and so forth. So it's looking pretty competitive right now. Unfortunately, the Lakers are not making the playoffs. There's just no way. But yeah, I mean, it's been a crazy NBA season. We got a lot of things going on. And speaking of basketball, I just want to mention this. You know, we talked about Zion. We talked about, obviously, he's still going to be the number 1 draft pick, and it doesn't look like he's lost a step. I'm gonna be real with you. Yo, Zion, you had to come back during stuff with ACC play. You had to come back during when you guys played Syracuse. You couldn't wait. He's trending right now, and Magic Johnson is currently there at the game right now, watching them between Duke and Syracuse University.
That's a waste. There's no way they're gonna give him that.
No way. But I mean, I don't know. As of right now, though, Zion is at the time of this recording is 12 of 12 for field goals, 27 points, 11 boards, and 5 steals. And the man was jamming. Yeah, exactly. Until James Dolan finds a way to ban him too. So
yeah, that's all right. I'll take it. Ban him.
Right.
As long as he's on the team first.
So let's just get into it. So we got the NCAA March Madness coming around the corner. We got the conference championships and conference play and everything like that. We got the Mountain Conference, which is going on here in Vegas with UNLV. But we have to talk about the NFL offseason, you guys. Siggy, I know you're excited. The Jets are looking like the New York's team, which is wild. The Giants, man, I don't know what they got. They got bruh. They got Eli. But let's
Golden Tate.
Golden Tate. But let's talk about it. So we gotta talk about, look, everybody's laughing at the Raiders and everything like that, but the Raiders are making moves, man. Antonio Brown for dirt cheap. Couple of a third round and a 5th round draft pick.
Yeah, they fleeced the Steelers.
What the hell were the Steelers thinking?
And the Browns fleeced the Giants.
What is going? When we talk about offseason, we gotta talk about
Jets fleece.
Look, we gotta really talk about it. Right now, when it comes to the offseason trades right now for the NFL, in my opinion, the Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders, soon to be the Las Vegas Raiders, are winning when it comes to the offseason. And it's wild. Even the Jets did very well. Le'Veon Bell is just an idiot, in my opinion. I'm sorry. You held out just to get 2,000 more for it. Oh my God. So
is that what it wanted to bring in the end 2000? I thought he lost money. Actually,
he lost. Well, when you look at it by year, he lost money.
Base salary.
Yeah, base salary, he lost money. But let's talk about the first trade. Let's just talk about it. Odell Beckham Jr. is now a Cleveland Brown, which typically when you go to the Cleveland Browns, that's a death sentence. But doesn't look like that no more. Odell Beckham Jr. and Baker Mayfield? Bruh.
And Jarvis Landry.
Bruh. The Brown and when they got Kareem Hunt too?
Remember they said they wanted they always
wanted.
Bro,
they got Kareem Hunt for the low because after what happened with the Chiefs and his with everything that went on with him with the domestic abuse and everything like that, they got him for the low. The Browns has got a serious offense. They are really trying to pull up this year. Do you think that they're going to benefit from the trades they already got right now with the standing of what they got offensively? JG, I'll go with you first.
I think yeah. Now obviously we can't fully say what Baker Mayfield would do, but I mean you surrounded him with weapons, so it's gonna be really hard. It's gonna be really hard for him to do like terrible because he actually had flashes of him doing really well once he took the reins when Tyrod Taylor ended up getting injured, which he's gone, by the way.
Yep,
So
the Chargers got him.
Yeah, it's another Chargers got him.
Yeah,
So
so you're excited, right? The Chargers got him made a move.
Better than
they did make a move.
They made a move, but I guess better than Mr. Glassjaw
Williams, and now so it's
Oh, y'all lost Williams too, right?
Yeah, y'all lost Williams.
Yeah, I saw that.
So,
but
didn't the Raiders get him?
I think so.
Yeah, I think the Raiders got him. So that's crazy, man. Like, but back to the OBJ theory, man. Like, I was actually like slightly excited to watch the Browns last year. Now I'm really excited, but once again, man, it's an L for the Giants, bro. It's an L for New York.
Scrap that entire team, bro. Y'all are terrible. You got Eli.
Once again, we got the GMs, saying one thing, and then you turn around and do the other. You said that, we didn't draft OBJ to trade him. Y'all seen what's been going on with him. Y'all seen the antics that he's been having. Y'all seen how frustrated everybody was getting, including Eli. And you keep Eli at the end of the day, and you still end up giving OBJ away for a bag of potato chips. You ain't even give him away for anything good. You gave him away for a bag of potato chips. Okay, you got Jabril Peppers. Like, but okay, and then you got some picks, but it's still trash. It was a trash trade. Like, you have arguably a top 5 wide receiver, and you say that at the end of the day, once you trade him, that he was just too much of a pain for you. Okay, all right,
something is fishy.
Yeah, that's a pain that I would want to keep. I don't care. That's a pain that I would want to keep, because at the end of the day, if he's not injured, he's going to produce.
Bruh.
But he just needed somebody better than Eli. And now if he was, this Eli ain't cutting it no more, man. And it is what it is. I hate to say it, but you win those 2 Super Bowls, beat the Patriots both those times, but you need somebody else. But the Browns, boy, I want to watch all their games now. I'm very excited to see how they're going to be. Jarvis Landry on one side and OBJ on the other. They are going to clown, fam. They are going to go insane.
Got Nick Chubb too. You
got Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, bro.
That's
a great ass 1-2 punch.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I might play the Browns in Madden next year, fam. I'm gonna be real with you. They got some fire. Real talk.
Somebody gonna draft Baker Mayfield, first quarterback, number 1 pick.
You know what though? He might be a top 5 fantasy quarterback, bro.
Nah,
he might be. He
no,
might. No,
I wouldn't say that, but somebody's gonna do it.
I think he might be if he does very well. No, I don't think I'll do it. I got some other quarterbacks I want to get.
He's gonna get Brady again.
He's gonna get all the tight ends first.
Fuck no, I ain't getting Brady. I know who I'm getting, but don't worry about that. And speaking of,
he gonna get Pat Mahomes' wife. He gonna get Pat.
That's who's gonna get Pat Mahomes.
All I'm gonna say is right now the Giants right now is Eli Manning and Saquon Barkley. Everything.
Well, now Golden Tate now.
And Golden Tate. Oh wow! So they got another receiver because they're gonna throw it to Saquon all the time. You know that.
And now Sterling Shepard, he was a mini OBJ because he was clowning too. He had his little bitch fits last season. So now there you go. That's another headache waiting to happen. So just congrats, Giants. Congrats.
Yo, Giants, throw away your whole.
You played yourself.
You definitely played yourself, bro. That shit is wild, bro. But the Jets, man, the Jets got a deal on Bell, bro, and he was talking all that shit on Twitter, talking about I'm gonna need some more money before y'all get me, and he got you for a bargain bin, bro. Siggy, what's up?
The tweet that was fun, that was famous was, what was it? 70. Hey, somebody goes, hey, I'll give you $70 million to come over here, and he said something like, that's too cheap to go to New York or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so he wanted to be $52 million or whatever it was.
Instead of 60 or more, which you were asking for. So that's wild, bro. This life's coming at you fast. The Jets put the hurting on them. They put the clock on them.
Yep. Yeah,
this is the best and final offer, boy. You gonna take it or leave it.
That's wild, bro. That's
wild.
I'm
pretty sure that came about because of what happened with Barr, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Barr decided to back out and go back to the Vikings.
Got cold feet.
He said that it felt like he was marrying the wrong person.
No, my lord. All right, we doing this in the NFL now too. Okay.
That shit is wild, bro. But the Raiders, they're getting some heat. They got Antonio Brown. I can't pronounce his Amsali. He's from he was
Jets actually made a whole bunch of moves.
yeah, Jets made some
they
moves.
did.
The Jets made some moves too. I'm interested to see what the Jets got to do. But man, Antonio Brown is a Raider. That Derek Carr, man, he's gonna definitely have a good another outlet. So we're gonna see what they're gonna do. And the Raiders ended up picking up offensive tackle Trent Brown for 4 years for $66 million, which is great for Trent Brown. That's great. So Derek Carr is gonna have some protection. They're definitely gonna have some protection. So I mean, I know that was a problem with the Raiders organization this year when it comes to protecting Derek Carr. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Gruden has to offer. I mean, everybody was calling the man crazy, including me, but I don't know, these off-season trades, man. He might know what he's doing this year, and then getting ready to, I don't know if they're gonna do their final. I think they're gonna do their final year in California still, and then afterwards they're in Vegas the following season, the same time as the NFL draft, which will be happening in 2020. So the Vegas Raiders might be some heat, fam, if everything comes together.
I mean, these were good moves, but let's not pop the champagne and all that and start playing the parade. I don't think they're anywhere near a good team even with these moves.
No, I'm about to say I think they have a start of something great, potentially.
All right. You looking at the Raiders roster right now, and you look at the Chiefs. Who you picking?
I'm still picking the Chiefs. Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and
absolutely. Because the Chiefs are definitely are more proven, in my opinion. Now, if they start showing better siding for the Raiders and then everything like that, then we'll have that conversation. But right now, still picking the Chiefs. I mean, there was a meme coming out there. There's a meme with Derek Carr and everything like that in like a Photoshop. Antonio Brown is saying, "Oh man, last seconds left, touchdown. Chiefs still win 52-10 instead of 52-0." So we gonna see. Speaking of trades, the Ravens had a few too. They ended up signing Earl Thomas with a 4-year, $55 million deal. He's getting $22 million in the first 9 months, which is interesting. So there goes Seattle, another Seattle guy. I know JG is happy about that. You got Mark
Legion of Boom, baby.
Yeah,
Legion of Trash.
Right. You got and speaking of the Ravens, you also have Mark Ingram, who's going to the Ravens themselves for 3 years for $15 million. So what's going on with it? What's going on with the Saints? What are they doing?
Well, they wound up getting another running back.
Yeah, they did.
Murray.
Yeah, they got Murray
because it was cheap. He was cheaper. That was strictly money there.
Yeah, it looks like, and you did say that when we were talking about it too. So that's wild. But there's a lot of moves, like you said earlier. The Chargers ended up getting Tyrod Taylor for 2 years. So it's better him than the glass jaw. So Gino's gone. And speaking of quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, bruh, I know you're young. I know you're enjoying yourself. Stop recording yourself going over 105 miles per hour and then putting it on social media. They are going to make you, just like Patrick Mahomes playing basketball. He's playing 2K now because he can't play basketball anymore because they're worried about him injuring himself. Stop doing stupid stuff, bruh. Enjoy your life, but don't be reckless. What the hell? Why are you doing that? And putting it on Instagram of all things. People are going to look at that. Think, kid, think. But
all right, so let's now that you said all these moves and it's kind of
Joe Flacco too has been traded.
So that's right, yeah,
and Bowles and Nick Foles is now with with Jacksonville. So he said a heartfelt goodbye to the city of Philadelphia and everything like that. But we knew that was gonna end up happening. So a team picked him up and
it wound up working out exactly like we thought that he was gonna get more than $20 million a year.
He got his money.
And he got the money that I pegged that. I knew for sure that there was no way that the Eagles were going to be able to hold on to him.
Oh yeah,
because he was going to get paid, and sure enough, he did.
Yeah, paid in the shade. So what's going on, Siggy? What up?
So all these quarterback moves like Flacco, handing the reins over to Jackson now, Foles. Who do you think is going to have a bigger impact on the team next year?
With all the trades and everything like that for the quarterbacks, I don't think Flacco's really. I don't think Flacco's going to have it.
And the rumor is that since Kyler Murray apparently is going to be the first person picked, Rosen might get traded to the Giants. That's the big rumor right now.
Oh man, I actually could see that. Not gonna lie.
Do you think Foles is gonna do anything in Jacksonville?
Honestly, I think he will.
I mean, this team was like legit just a couple of years ago.
Yeah, exactly, and just went to straight shit.
And it's because they didn't have
A quarterback.
They have a quarterback. I mean,
Bortles was terrible.
Bortles was Bortles, but at least what's his face? Fournette, at least he was doing something until he got in trouble, and I don't know what happened to him last year. But
hey, all I'm gonna say is I think Foles is gonna do something. He's a great quarterback. He's definitely a quarterback. He's definitely somebody that can lead a team, and I think the guys will respect him. And then
I don't know. JG saw that too. JG thought that when he went to the Rams by himself, and what happened to him? He fell apart.
Trash.
That's true.
Do you think he's gonna do better this time, or do you think he's just comfortable being backup and coming in and being a hero instead?
I think he'll do better this time. I think he will. I think he's gonna learn from his situation.
I disagree.
Go ahead, JG. Talk about it.
I definitely don't think he is. I mean, literally what Siggy said. Every other team that Nick Foles has played for, he's been trash. He started for the Rams, trash. Went to the Cardinals, trash. He won the Chiefs, trash. He went back to Philly. All of a sudden, he won the Super Bowl, and you were still the backup. I don't even know how the hell that happened. I just think he really had command of the locker room. I think he had command of the locker room. For some reason, they liked him, and he ended up, I guess, just getting that confidence. But it's not like he didn't already play for them. I mean, he was setting records. 7 freaking touchdowns in one game. So it's not like we didn't know that he had the potential, but he just could not have he couldn't show that with any other team but the Eagles. He just liked Philly that much. And I don't think he's going to do anything in Jacksonville. And I think the main reason why he's not going to do anything is because he still doesn't have a wide receiver core. Like, that wide receiver core is still very, very mediocre in my opinion. So unless they can figure out a way to bolster that wide receiver core, I don't think he's going to do much. Coupled on top of that, I know everybody was talking about the RPOs, which he was doing a lot in Philly. If Fournette is still going to be injured like he is, you can kiss that goodbye because he ain't going to be doing much. If Fournette can stay healthy and be the workhorse that he is, then it's going to take a pressure off of Nick Foles, and maybe he can do more. And maybe they can run a lot more RPO plays and get the ball down the field. Now, obviously, he's better than Blake Bortles because anybody is better than Blake Bortles at this point. But
Mark
I
Sanchez?
Still don't believe. Well, yes, even Mark Sanchez.
Jesus
Even Mark Sanchez in his Jets days, in his prime, when he actually took them to the playoffs, yes, he was actually decent. But going back to Nick Foles, I don't believe that he's going to do good. If he does, whatever, I'll take the L because it doesn't matter to me. I actually want the Jaguars to do well, but I don't think that Nick Foles is going to do as good as he ever did in Philly.
Right.
It's just something about Philly for some reason.
Hey man, the Philly curse is real. That's for sure. But also, I mean, we talked about the quarterbacks and everything like that. But
we also forgot about Case Keenum, by the way.
I was just about to say that. What you think about that? What do you think about that, JG?
I mean, they needed to do something because it was ridiculous with them going through 5 starting quarterbacks. It sucked what happened to Alex Smith, and we still don't know if he's going to be able to play again.
And that's really why they had to make that move too.
Yeah, they had to. And since you got Joe Flacco, so Case Keenum had to go somewhere. And again, that was another quarterback that I have good experience with because he was mediocre on my team. So I didn't think that he was good at all. But when he went on the Vikings, all of a sudden he wants to play now. So I see how it is with these quarterbacks. They don't want to play for the Rams. You want to play for my team, but you want to do halfway decent for other teams. So it is what it is. He did okay on the Broncos, and I feel that the Redskins offense works better with Case Keenum than it did with Alex Smith. Because to be honest, man, Alex Smith has always been a dink and dunk type of quarterback, and he did terrible on the Redskins. It was really bad. He could not get the ball down the field at all, and that's why AP had to work so much. So it just didn't work. It really didn't work with the Alex Smith situation. So I don't think that the Redskins made a good move with that, but I think that they'll have a slightly better time with Case Keenum. And then if Darius Geis can come back and if he's healthy, AP is apparently staying as well, they'll have a better 1-2 punch and maybe take again some of the pressure off of Case Keenum. But it is what it is with that one. The Redskins, they were desperate, so they had to do something.
Yeah. Oh my
God. But I think he'll be better than Alex Smith though. Just to answer your question, I think he's a better fit.
True. I mean, I'm looking forward to the NFL's. I mean, this will be the 100th season this year too. So That's going to be interesting. And with the offseason moves that they are making, I definitely do think that we're going to have some great things. I'm not going to lie, Siggy. I'm actually excited to see what the Jets got, especially the fact that now they're going to be the face of the New York. I'm interested to watch their games now this year. I'm really interested. I would like to see where they're gonna go with the people that they've acquired and everything like that, and where they're gonna go with the draft, which is gonna happen soon too. You know, the combine just finished up. We had some great representation there, it looks like. So I'm interested to see what the Jets are and all of our individual teams, including Flock's team with the Ravens. The Ravens have made moves. The Rams are gonna try to get back to where they are. You know, they got a lot of stuff from the drawing board.
We got Eric Weddle.
Yeah, that you did.
Yep.
You did.
We kept Fowler.
You guys are gonna come back, so you guys are gonna have some definitely. But
what's funny though about the Rams is the biggest questions is going to be the top two offensive guys, Gurley and Goff. I mean, what you think it was just the injury, and you think it's fine? You think it's anything to worry about going forward? And do you think Goff is just mental? What is it?
I mean, I'm more worried about Gurley. Now, this is just going off of what other people are saying because he's been pretty hush about the whole situation.
Hasn't talked about it for a reason.
Yeah, so I'm really hoping that the fact that like he hasn't said anything is not a bad sign. I really hope that he can be 100% and didn't suffer another major injury like the one that he had in college when he played for Georgia. I hope it's not anything like that.
Because they were saying it's what, not nerves. What was well, there was something that was going on, but I forgot what they were saying it was.
What, you saying he was still having some issues with his ligaments or something like that?
There was there was
because he was definitely on a bike a lot for sure.
Man, what was it? I gotta look it up.
They said this man had he dodged arthritis, but they were saying
that's what it is. That's what it's saying. It's arthritis.
Okay.
It was arthritis.
So,
that's wild, and that's you got to be careful with that, especially playing this sport.
His knee,
and he's a running back. Arthritis in his knee and a running back, bruh, that is dangerous.
And it's got to be pretty. I mean, pretty significant for him to, to mention that it's bad or anything like that. So
I mean, absolutely, especially when it comes to now, is he gonna get to a point in his career if he has arthritis in his knee? 5 years down the line, does he want to put his body through brutal hits, or does he want to be able to walk when he's 30, 40 and all of that?
Yeah,
that plays a role.
If it is serious, then he might need to think about that. So hopefully he's good. I mean, Sean McVay apparently did address the situation, said it was just wear and tear. So hopefully he's 100%. We should be getting Cooper Kupp back. So as far as the Goff situation, and we talked about that multiple times, I think that losing Kupp really did mess up Goff. And I think just coupled with the pressure, we ended up making it to the Super Bowl after all of that. That second half of the season was just bad for him. It was just bad. So getting Kupp back will, I think that'll help a lot as far as his confidence, because he did have a good relationship with Kupp. So I think that'll be fine. As long as Todd Gurley is 100% and it is just wear and tear, then I think we'll be fine on that front as well. I mean, we lost LaMarcus Joyner and we lost Roger Saffold, which I'm really sad about losing Saffold, but we should be able to replace those positions. We already obviously replaced LaMarcus Joyner, but Roger Saffold, we still got to work on replacing him. But I mean, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine the next season. The 49ers, though, out of all the teams in the NFC West, the 49ers are the ones that kind of scare me now. Because the Seahawks, I'm not worried about them. They've been losing people left and right and really haven't replaced anybody that's relevant. The Cardinals have been kind of making moves here and there. They did get Terrell Suggs, so that was a very interesting move. So now he's on the opposite side of Chandler Jones, who been sacking people left and right last season.
I mean, he's been killing it since he got to the league. Shout out to Chandler.
But as long as they got Josh Rosen, though, they're gonna stay trash. So they better try to get Kyler Murray. I'm gonna just be honest. Josh Rosen ain't that dude, and I knew that he wasn't gonna be that dude. So it is what it is for him. But the 49ers, though, if they get Jimmy G back,
ooh man, Jimmy G.
If they get Jimmy G back, if Jerick McKinnon comes back and he's good, man, like they're gonna have a crazy ass running back system, man.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. They pick up? Who was the other person that they picked up, the running back?
I gotta look it up. I can look it up real quick.
Tevin Coleman.
They picked up. That's who it was. That's who it was. Tevin Coleman. So now they got Tevin Coleman, and Jerick McKinnon.
Yeah,
And but they, oh my boy,
they got some options. That's for sure, bro. They're gonna be, they're
gonna
gonna run
anybody to the ground, man. And
Absolutely.
then they got Kittle too, man. These freaking Iowa boys, for some reason, boy, them white boys up there, boy, them tight ends, they feeding them everything because
cornbread,
or something,
everything. Because it's 2 more Iowa tight ends coming out in the draft.
There's a lot of them.
So these Iowa tight ends, boy, they are something else. But Kittle, he was balling. He was absolutely a top 5 tight end. So like I said, if Jimmy G is good, then I think that the 49ers will actually be scary.
Hey man, I mean, that'd be good for 49ers, man. Everything they've been going through and where they've been since, the whole Kaepernick situation and everything along those lines.
That really messed them up.
It really did, though. Like, it really did. They just have not been the same since. They haven't. So I'll be interested to see where it goes. And during the time of this recording, I know I brought this up earlier, but this is close and dear to my heart, so I have to bring this up again. Duke beat us in the 3rd round of the ACC tourney. And if any of you guys were worried about Zion on his injury, he's fine. He went 29 points, 14 rebounds, 5 steals, 1 block. And oh yeah, by the way, he was 13 for 13 for field goals. Jesus Christ.
So was it all dunks?
No.
What shoes did he wear tonight?
Oh, he wore
the Kyries.
The Kyries. Yeah, he wore the Kyries.
Okay.
Yeah, he wore the Kyrie 4s. You know what I'm saying? He dropped the PGs. And even though I like the PGs, they feel very comfortable and everything like that. But that was the big talk. That was the big talk was about what shoe was he gonna wear, and he ended up wearing the Kyries. But yeah, so shout out to Zion, Duke and everything like that.
So he's still sticking with Nike then?
Yeah, that's what
Nike
it looks like.
Nike stocks will go up tomorrow.
Oh yeah, they'll be up 1%, Siggy. Yep, 1%.
So I guess I was wrong because I thought that he was gonna sit out, but he decided to come
sir.
back. So
no, he wasn't gonna sit out.
How we feeling about that?
Bro, I think Duke will make it to the Final Four and possibly the championship, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you.
I mean, they were a good team.
I'm gonna be real with you, sir.
So yeah, I guess we ain't gotta worry about Zion stock dropping any.
If anything, it's risen. I don't know, bro. Nike, you got all these.
He can't rise anymore. He was always gonna be number 1.
Yeah, he was not playing and still got the Player of the Year for the ACC conference and all that. They still got over the rest of the NCAA trophies and everything like that, and awards and everything like that. But there's definitely no doubt Zion's the truth, man. He's gonna be I just pray to God he's not injury prone in the NBA, but he is going to do some damage. And you can't say anything about his weight, his muscle, anything like that at all. His body is already ready for the league, and if he can get that maturity when it comes to on and off the court and having that basketball IQ when it comes to the league, I can't wait to see him play in the NBA Summer League, boy.
What you mean? He already ready for the league. You see that DM that you sent to that chick?
Oh
that Snapchat?
Yo, there's somebody
he ready for the league. He ready to get them white girls.
Yo, somebody in the on Twitter was like, "Damn, I know that white girl is very upset that she didn't sleep with Zion already because he about to make millions." I said,
somebody said he
shot selection.
Yeah, so that girl was the equivalent of missing 2 free throws. I was like, oh my god.
Somebody goes, well, the scouts already know that his shot selection is bad or something like that.
Yeah, his shot selection trash, boy. But hey, whatever. He trying to get whatever he can get, yo.
Hey man, you gotta do.
She dumb for doing that, yo. Of course, you gotta expose him and get your little 15 seconds of fame.
Right. He in my DMs, but anyways, whatever. So we want to go ahead and wrap it up, you guys. It's been a great podcast. Appreciate everybody for listening to us on your favorite podcast platform. Shout out to you guys too on YouTube, watching us a lot and everything like that. Much appreciated. If you guys would like to continue to support the game Illuminaughty as a whole, be sure to check out our Patreon. That is patreon.com/GI updates. We have a whole bunch of awesome tiers, so be sure to check them out. Go ahead and check out all of the GI podcasts, which will be a link down in the description box below. This has been AceofAllTrades, SiggyGuns, and UTXJGTheDon with the game Illuminaughty, and stay enlightened. Peace.